All right, and we should be. Here we go. 5 seconds in. Right, people, welcome. I know there's nobody probably in at the minute, but if there is, welcome to the A.J.T and
Welcome.
Joe podcast once again. We are back. It's been a few weeks. If you haven't seen my most recent video, I have moved house, as you can see behind me. I no longer have the fancy Boro tickets behind me. I now have a plain white wall, which will have to somehow get some Boro stuff on there. If I
And
can,
I've got Oasis. There you go on.
there you go. That's even better than mine. So, and a dartboard, remember.
Yeah, you always, mate.
So, Boro fans joined us tonight. Listen, we do appreciate you coming back. Of course, it's been about 2 weeks. Maybe it's even longer than 2 weeks since we did a podcast.
Oh,
We have a
longer than
lot
that.
of exciting guests lined up, but I'm not going to tell you exactly who they are yet. We do have a YouTuber lined up and then 2 ex-footballers who play for Middlesbrough. Both very, very exciting names. And one is definitely coming on next month. We know that much. So I say, get all your comments in, drop your likes on the stream as well. We've got many points to go across. We are going to preview the game, of course, for tomorrow. Reading at home. Joe's overly confident for it, and he's also backed the Boro for it. So we'll go into it. Joe, how have you been the last few weeks? Because I haven't really seen your face on a podcast recently.
No, I've been struggling, mate, but I'm all right. I'll be back. You know me. It's not easy. Some days are good, some days are bad, but I'm all right, mate. I'm here today, so
That's
it
the
is
most
what
important
it is.
thing.
Same as everyone else, mate. We've all got our own problems. We all deal with our own problems. So shout out to anyone that's dealing with their own problems. And
Yeah,
you've got
man.
you've got my social media on here, so add me, send me a message, crack on. Don't
Yeah, listen, man. Mental health is like so far important now. I mean, years ago, I never really got spoke about. I came out and spoke about mine to my family about 6 months ago. I never really went into detail on mine. I never really put a video on it. So I didn't want to. I don't know. Maybe I should do a video on it. Who knows? I suffered with stuff myself, but I think it's so important, especially to talk to people. Because, like I say,
mate,
if you don't talk to people, then
huge, mate. I mean, I'm actually glad because if you think there's going to be a lot of people that watch this, hopefully a lot of people that will feel the same. Do you know what I mean? And it's like from the outside, you think, oh, Joe looks all right. From the inside, it's a different story. Basically, in the last couple of weeks, I've been diagnosed with a form of anxiety that basically they've never seen before. It's a rare form, and it's really hard to treat. And there'll be hundreds of millions of other people that feel that way. Do you know what I mean? And it's like they don't have control. But the hardest thing is talking about it. And I always used to be that guy, like, do you know what? I'm never going to talk about it because I don't want to. I hate sympathy. I hate people going for the sympathy vote. So that stopped me from talking to my friends. I'd speak to my family, but never my friends.
mm,
It would stop me from like, and then I realized, hold on, even though you can't help yourself, you're helping people here. Do you know what I mean? You're like,
yeah.
you're helping people here, and it's like, if you can just let them know, you don't have to go into full detail. Do you know what I mean? Like, but just help people and just get it out. Do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah, of
I
course.
used to be one of them people. I remember I worked in a gym and there was this guy and he suffered bad depression and anxiety through drug use. And he used to say to me, Joe, I feel every single day was the same thing. He was tired, always an excuse. There was never. And I used to say to him, get a grip, man. Come on, just get up and have a coffee or something. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And then when it hits you, you think, wow, this is harder than I've been through a lot of other things, and
Mm,
this is mental health's a hard thing. So anyone who watches this, just forget the football side for a minute. Just feel free. I can't help myself for reasons
mm.
that are beyond me, but I can maybe help you. So can A.J.T. He's
Of
been
course.
there. You know what
Of
I mean?
course.
If you feel shy about contacting your parents or your own close friends because you think they're going to feel stupid, well,
Yeah.
we don't know you face to face, so crack
Right.
on.
Same,
And when Boro win on Saturday, you're gonna smile anyway. So it'll all be
listen.
good.
Listen, right. Already, loads of people have been there, talking to us about the Buddha. But listen, Joe, at all times, right? I'm always here. Listen, I'm always all ears. I'm
I
always
know,
here.
mate, and same goes for you, and same goes for everyone. We're all
Of
ears for everyone.
course.
Boro fans, but we all need to help each other as well. Whether we agree or disagree on what's going on, we should all help each other because, no matter what, we all go through problems, whether it be mental health, physical health, we all go through problems and we all need each other. And one friend's better than no friend.
Of course, like I say, to sort of, talk about the Boro. For me personally, I think in the last couple of weeks, I think a lot has happened for our football club. I mean, okay, results have gone results, but in terms of transfer market, Warnock's not made any sort of secrets. You know what I mean? He wants players in.
Mate, it's been positive, mate. It's been one of the best. Do you know what? And I seen someone moaning on Twitter again yesterday. I'm not going to say their name because you probably see me argue with them all the time.
I see you talking about UFC and arguing UFC fans and everything.
No, this was Boro was saying we haven't exactly. We're signing old players. Looks like it's just a quick fix. Signing Morsey, who's 27 or 28, and we've signed.
I like the look of him, though. Sorry,
Grant Hall at 28, and I went, "Are you winding me up?" And he went, "We're signing older players." I said, "Do you know the average age of our team?" He went, "No." I said, 24 years old. I said, so you've got Morsey, who's 28, Howson, who's the oldest. Then you've got Grant Hall at 28. Now think of everyone around them. They could still get into under 18s nightclubs, most of them. You know what I mean? It's
true.
Paddy McNair's only 25.
Yeah.
He debuted at United at 19. And then, so last year we tried it with the kids. It didn't work. Had we have not signed the likes of Morsey and Grant Hall, these same fans would be saying, we've got no experience. That's why we're not doing anything. No experience. As soon as we sign experience, we're just playing for the now. We need to play for the now because we were trying to play for the future last season and we nearly lost our future.
That's true, mate. It's true.
You know what I mean?
If we'd have started this podcast at the start of last season, we could have had some bigger numbers.
The anxiety when I'd have been gone, honestly. Tell you.
But I think to myself, start the season, Boro mid-table, and people are still trying to slag us off for being able to be outside the league. I still think it's quite positive at the moment. It's all positive. Warnock, I have faith, and in fact, it's almost as if I can tell now. I don't think we'll go down the season with Warnock. In fact, I know it's probably going to be 100% fact that we won't go down with him.
Do you want to know something?
Yeah.
You're going to call me nuts here, right? Remember I told you, within the last 4 weeks of the season,
yes,
we will be in intent for the playoffs with the last 4 weeks to go.
Do you know what, though? I can't even, I can't call you out on that and say that you're lying because when you told me about players before, and I've often doubted it, it's often come true that they actually are rating the caliber to which you've said about it.
And I don't know why I think it, but I'm like, it sounds weird, right?
Yes.
I'm so confident. And I look at our team and I think, we've got Paddy Beckenbauer at centre-back that turns into Paddy De Bruyne when he fancies it.
Yes.
And I'm like, we've got, Saville, we all deserve to say sorry to George Saville. We need to say.
Listen, I like him. But the thing is, I laugh, right? And I laugh so hard at the fact that Boro fans have often said to me before, not you obviously, but Boro fans have often said to me before, when Fletcher first came in, and I rated Fletcher, right? I said, Fletcher's crap. Boro fans said to me, A.J.T, man, you're so deluded. He came back from Sunderland and they went, A.J.T, Fletcher's unreal. I'm going, I know. George Saville, I watched him at Millwall tear us to pieces with Jed Wallace. Yeah. I think we got beat 2-1. I remember being Christmas time. I remember going to the Den and, he absolutely, I think he scored past us that day, actually, George Saville. And everyone's going, he's class at George Saville. Comes to Boro, worst 8 million quid Boro have ever spent.
The issue is 8 million. That's the issue with poor George. George Saville is a starter in our team. For me, Moores is a baller, straight boy. If anyone watched him So I know a lad I know over here. I wouldn't say he's a mate. He's an acquaintance, and we speak about football a lot. He's a Wigan fan.
Yeah.
Did you see? There was not one negative comment from any Wigan fan when he left, and he says to me, "Morsey's an absolute baller. He can do everything: score goals, create goals. Yes, he's a bit of a hothead. He'll go in for anything, but Warnock loves that sort of player. You know what I mean?
No, do you know what? I loved him. I loved him because he reminded me of Grant Ledbetter, mate. Straight away, first game I'd watched with him.
Solid as a rock. That's what you need to say.
We lost that. I honestly think when we got rid of Ledbetter, we lost. Like, we literally teared the heart out of our football club.
No, I agree 100%.
Call me a liar. Call me like when Ledbetter was here, we didn't have one member of that team that didn't try and give 100% every single week. When he left, you seen the decline.
And we haven't had a leader since. While we're on to the leader thing, right? Now, fans can hate me all they want. You know, I don't care. Can someone explain to me why Britt Assombalonga got the armband at Middlesbrough? Because he is not a captain. And if that was to keep him sweet for a season, then I'll call Warnock out on that, because apart from putting in a bit of a shift, he hasn't really. What's he actually done?
No, do you know, and I agree. And I agree massively with that statement. I wouldn't have made him captain. I know Howson didn't want the captaincy, and I'd have given it to Howson. He didn't want it.
He didn't want it. He said he wanted people to just lead by his example. He's not that. The interview I read was he didn't want it. He wanted just younger players to lead by example the way he acts. But then you look at the likes of Morsey. I know it's like, don't give, I mean, like, you know, the whole thing with Harry Maguire, don't give someone that's just come into your club. To be honest, if we signed Harry Maguire on a free today, I'd be devastated. So we'll forget about him. But if
you both,
if you shouldn't give someone that's just moved into a club, you know, the armband. But I think it gives Britt, you know, people are saying, oh, it's giving him that kick he needs. I think it's giving him that safety net he needs, where he knows I'm going to play here because I've got the armband.
Yeah,
there's more chance of me playing than Schuber and Fletcher. So if I'm not scoring, which he hasn't scored, which a striker should score, well,
15 million quid.
Exactly. Do you get my point here? And it's like, right, when Fletcher comes back and we've got Roberts, Fletcher's still our best striker. Tuber's had a good start. Fletcher's still our best striker. Yeah. It's giving him like the safety blanket of, well, I've got the armband, so there's no way I'm going to get dropped. And it's like, but then where do you go? Because with Roberts coming in, something has to change. Something has to change. And I'm like, why has he got the armband? I don't even see, like, he's not that vocal. He's not that demanding. You know, remember Roy Keane used to point here, there.
Yeah.
Screen there. That's what Patrick Vieira, that's what we consider John Terry, that's what we consider captains. And I'm thinking, what's Britt doing with it, with that armband on him? I mean, I would have just said to Howson, look, just wear it, because you are the authority figure. People, whether you don't have to scream to be a good captain. That was his thing. He's not loud. You're not, but you are the perfect example of a professional footballer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, we're gonna play Johnny Howson for, if we could, we'd play him 90 minutes every single game for the rest of his contract. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, and you know what you're going to get from him. You never know what you're going to get from Britt. It could be, and it hasn't been much. If you watch the games, he's done really. People are like, oh God, he's run after the ball and his hold up play's been good. Oh yeah, brilliant. Yeah, I'm really pleased for him.
No, I agree. If it was me, I'd give it to Paddy McNair. 100% give it to Paddy McNair.
I love Paddy, to be fair.
That's what I'd give the armband to 100%.
Yeah, I'm just going to big up myself again when I told you Paddy McNair was a baller.
Yeah, you did. And I made a video. The thing is with Britt, right? And I can't. And listen, I can't tell a lie. When Britt did get the armband, I was happy because I thought to myself, okay, that might actually make him sort of score a few more goals, bring that leadership in. He might be able to help other players. But I agree with you that when we've been losing games this season, I haven't seen him try and take the horns of any game or try and scream at a player. I just see a quiet Brit.
Now, my question to you is: your thought process was completely normal. Why should you have to give a professional footballer a captaincy to work hard and score goals?
Do you know what I mean? It's
Why should the manager say, you know what? We pay you about 40 grand a week and you cost 15 million. I'm going to give you this little white armband. Now, will you please score for me after 3 seasons of doing F all?
Yeah,
and he goes, you know what? You put that armband on me, boss, Gaffer, and I'll score them goals. Don't you worry, because he's not done nothing. He's done zero. I mean, even Grant Hall's had a bad start. But he's a leader. He is. You can see at the back he's a leader. Even when he makes mistakes, he takes them mistakes. He blames himself. Doesn't blame anyone around him. You know. I mean, even the keeper's he's vocal. He's a big lad. He's vocal. He talks. He does. Do you know what I mean? It's like I just don't. All for me is. I agree with your point initially when you first thought, but then I thought of it. Why should you have to give a professional footballer that costs 15 million? It's like, here, son, I'll let you go to the toy shop and buy whatever you want, but promise you'll be a good boy and do your chores. Here's the armband, and will you please now finally try and score a goal or do a bit on the pitch, because we've been waiting for nearly 3 years, and you cost us 15 million, by the way. And it's for me, it's just giving him a safety blanket of, I've got the armband now, I can do what I want. Tuba, I'm either going to play with Tuba or Fletch, and depending on what they do with Paddy, I might even be up on my own. And if he's up on his own, then we can forget about scoring.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, listen, I completely agree. I mean, I just want to touch some of these comments quickly. From Henry Robinson, who says Balassi. I know you meant to say Balassi there. Balassi, what do you reckon?
No, mate, I don't see that happening. To be honest, I don't think it's necessary. I think he's a good player. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think he brings anything to the team we haven't already got. I think he's a Hayden Coulson. He's quick and he can. So what's he done? He went to Sporting Lisbon and scored 2 goals.
What's he doing? Nobody's played in about a century.
He went to Sporting Lisbon and scored 2 goals.
He also turned us down, didn't he? Went to Aston Villa. He hasn't done
anything. Turned us down. Went to Villa, done nothing. Went to Sporting Lisbon, the easiest league in the world, and scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
Well, what good? Why do you want that? Why do you want that? What good's that?
That's true.
Yeah, but they bought him for 18 million. Brilliant. We bought Brit for 15 million. Do we want to play a game of he costs what? Because Palaci's went to Anderlecht, scored 3 goals.
Yeah.
Went to Lisbon, scored 2 goals, got 3 assists in a whole season. Brilliant. That's wonderful. Well,
yeah. Now go on.
Where does he play?
Black is the winger.
Yeah, where exactly? Where does he play?
Yeah, left or right. I mean,
you sign him. We sign him today. He plays tomorrow. Where does he play?
I think you put him on the wing. I think you put Roberts on the right and him on the left.
So who are we taking out?
I think you put Tav in behind the 2 strikers. Yeah, you following me?
I'm not a fan, but carry on. You get your.
That's what Taverny's been playing. Taverny's been playing.
Yeah, I know. I agree. So you would play. How would you set up? So we signed.
You know what? I hate 5 at the back, and I've never been a fan of wing backs. And I honestly think, if it was me, I don't mean to be audible to Marcus Bettinelli, but he's doing mistakes at the minute that I've seen in year 6 goalkeeping. You know what I mean? Primary school.
Yeah.
Can't come in near post. I am gutted more than anyone, or probably every single Boro fan that feels the same way, that Ainsley Pearce could be going to Blackburn. That absolutely devastates me because I love Pearce. Yeah, I really do love Pearce. I think he's got really good talent
I
there. I think
agree.
he's got the potential. But the fact
But
that
do
we
you
could
agree,
let him go guttens
do
me.
you agree he's not up to he's not up to standard right now? He's not good enough to play in
So
that team.
if it was me, I go, obviously, listen, Bettinelli's going to get the nod ahead of anybody. So Bettinelli goes in. Dijksteel stays in because Dijksteel's been our best player this season.
You mean his name is not Dijksteel anymore? His name is Van Dijksteel.
There you go, Van Dijksteel. He goes in the right back. Grant Hall, I believe, is still out. There's nothing been said on him.
So say Grant Hall's fit. I want you to name your squad, right? We signed Balassi and we've got a full fit squad. Go.
All right, Ingo Bettinelli goes in goal. Dijksteel goes, or Van Dijksteel goes at right back.
Correct name.
Grant Hall I'll put in. I haven't seen him enough to judge him, and I can't judge him off 2 games. So Grant Hall will go in, or 1 game, whatever the heck it was. Grant Hall goes in. Next to him, I'm going to put Paddy McNair somewhere else. So I'm going to put in Dale Fry next to him. The left back choice would be.
We've only got one defensive left back, so there's only really
Boro.
he's the only one that can defend. The other 2 couldn't defend the front door.
So Boro goes left back. The midfield goes into a sort of diamond formation.
Right, let's go.
Central defensive midfielder, Paddy McMessi. Or Paddy McMessi, not Paddy McNair, Paddy McMessi. All day long. Central defensive midfielder. Oh, Morsey, you could argue, but I love Paddy McMessi.
I'd go Morsey, but you go De Bruyne. Fair enough.
And then I go right mid Roberts, left mid Balassi, number 10 Tavs, and up front Akpom, and if he's back fit, Fletcher. That's my team. I'll give the armband to Paddy McNair.
So you put Roberts in the team there, do you?
Roberts on the right, Fletcher on the left.
So you've missed Johnny Howson out and George Saville.
Nothing I can do. They can't fit in the team this week. Put them in next week.
Right. So this is Joe's team, right? This is where Joe's feeling good, right?
Go
So
on.
we've got Van Dijksteel at right back. We've got
Who's in goal? You don't put a goalkeeper in.
Bettinelli's in goal, obviously. I'm not having Dejan in. I'd rather put my mum.
No, don't put Dejan in.
I'd rather my mum play. Who else? Right. So we'd have this camera's doing my nutting here. My phone's like that, right? So we'd go him in goal. We'd go Van Dijksteel. We'd go Grant Hall, Paddy McNair, Bowler. Then I'd go 3. Do you know what? I'd go 4-3-3.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm following there.
And I'd go Morsey, Howson, Saville. Then I'd go Fletcher, Britt, Roberts as a 3. Because I can't.
Not Tavernier.
Mate, I've told you this a million times. Right. I want to ask every Boro fan, if you're not watching this live, comment after, right? Apart from his well over exaggerated performance, which was good in his last game, I want you to tell me a time when Marcus Tavernier has become a starter in the Middlesbrough team and played well. He is the best super sub in Middlesbrough football history. He comes on and he changes games. When he's on the bench, he's class. As soon as he gets a run in the team, he just blows away. It's just like, oh, we didn't see Tav. Tav won good today. Tav won good today. What good day? Take him out of the team, bring him on for 30 minutes, and he's the best player on the park by a mile.
Yeah.
He's the best player on the park by a mile. It's like when he gets in the team, it's like, does he try too hard? I don't know. I mean, the thing I get is I love we've got Roberts back, but it changes the whole fundament. It does change. That one player does change a lot. Do you know what I mean? It changes the fundamentals. Like, playing the 2 up top, the 3 in the middle. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd take Paddy Roberts all day. But I mean, he was going to play Coulson as a 10. Then asked
Yeah,
Coulson, have you ever played as a 10? He said no. But I mean, if Coulson could defend, he'd be an absolute animal, wouldn't he? He'd be if he was a
yeah,
if he
yeah,
was
yeah,
a,
yeah. He's rapid. He's rapid.
oh, he's a great player. He's a great,
He'd
great
win the
player.
ball back and be down the edge of the box within a second.
Exactly. That's what I mean. I think it's I think it's absolutely scandalous that Marvin gets sent ahead of him personally. I mean, get wrong. I do like Marvin Johnson, but I just think
Yeah.
to myself, Coulson was he was growing in confidence, and that's what them sort of young players need. Do you know what I mean? And
Mm.
Johnson was. I know he signed towards the end of the season. We got to remember there was points where he was throwing us under the bus. I don't like being here. I want to leave. His missus is coming out and all that. Well, I'll tell you
Yeah,
what,
yeah.
you and your missus beat it because we only want people that want to be here. Do you know what I mean?
That's true, eh? Same, yeah, same, man. You know, sometimes I look at it and say, if the badge is too heavy for you to wear, then don't pick up the shirt.
Exactly. And I mean, it's like the team for tomorrow. I don't think he's going to change the team at all.
No, I can't imagine. I mean, tomorrow's going to be a tough game. But before we discuss tomorrow, I just want to get through some of the comments from all the people that
Yeah,
have been
yeah,
writing
yeah.
in.
Cool.
Jonathan Carlin, it says, oi, oi, boys, with his kind of Carlin in his hand.
Hello, mate.
Josh Talks Football said, Henry, no Balassi won't be coming in. Can't agree terms. All right, well, I didn't know that. So if that's the point of it, then that's fair enough.
Yeah, I think Everton wanted us to pay, like 60%.
Yeah, that's crazy. All right, lads, from Matty Groves. All right, Matty, regular watcher. So big up yourself.
Matty, I think I've got you on social media, don't I?
There you go. Henry Robinson says, what about Danny Rose? He was. I don't think he was ever coming.
There's more chance of me flying to Middlesbrough now and getting everyone in the stadium for the match on Saturday.
There you go.
He's an absolute He's a great footballer. He's an absolute liability. He'd bring the dressing room down. He doesn't enjoy playing football. His own words.
Yeah.
And Spurs actually came out and said that they only want to sell him for 5 million. We
Yeah.
spent 5 million on Danny Rose. I'd personally go and find Steve Gibson's daughter that lives in Jersey and probably give her a backhand because me and her would need words because that's not on.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was never coming. That was just
Never ever.
That was just media. Oh, you know what? We'll just write a story and see what happens.
Exactly.
I mean, would you really want someone like that or not a squad? In the
I
middle
don't.
of the squad?
No, I don't. I don't want somebody who can go to a manager, slag off the team without even the team knowing, and then go back into the change rooms if everything's okay again. For me, we've had one of them people, and he got quickly sold to Italy, being Gaston Ramirez. Loved him until he did what he did, and then I thought, actually, hang on a minute. There's rumours that apparently he got knocked out with Bournemouth away by Clayton. Apparently smacked him at half time for laughing as a fan. Whatever else, for me personally, I didn't ever want Danny Rose.
Clayton's been all right as well for Birmingham. Just want to say I play to Clayton. I'm happy for him. Just want to put that out there. Warnock said, if not today, we'll bring in striker next week. Warnock's actually gone against his word there. Do you know that? Because there was an article saying that we will not sign players that are free agents.
Really?
The deals must have fell through today because there were I've read it twice, that one on the Gazette and one on maybe TalkSport, that he won't sign the words won't strikers players that are out of contract.
Really?
So deals must have fell through today for
that.
What Josh is saying is true. I've read that myself.
Yeah.
But I mean, who are we going to sign? Mandzukic. He's like the only striker that's a free agent at the moment.
Yeah, so, I know a lot of people want Kenneth Zaha, but to be honest with you, I just don't have an interest in Kenneth Zaha.
No, he would want to start as well. And when you've got Chuba Akpom, we don't need anyone else. Life's good with Chuba. Do you remember?
Yeah.
I just want to shout out to all the people that slagged him off the day we signed him. Just want to shout you all out saying that what a waste of money. We could have spent that money elsewhere. All the best to you lot.
Well, moving on swiftly, before we start a riot on YouTube, Henry Robinson said, at least we got Robertson. Well, listen, we've already discussed him. Massive, massive player.
Best player, but probably the best player in the championship. I'm not even. I'll take that. Why not?
Don't know what's happening about Babadale from Chelsea. Yeah, no, I've seen that. Apparently, no Danny Rose was meant to get this Baba guy in from Chelsea.
He's brilliant. He can play. He can play centre back and left back.
Why aren't you a scout for Boro then, Joe? Because every single player you say, you tell me about, and I go, I don't know about him. And then he always turns out great. So we'll talk to Middlesbrough FC and try and get you a scouting role at Boro somewhere.
Mate, all I do is, if I'm not playing darts, I'm studying the Boro or I'm working. It's one or the other, mate. By the way, shout out to Dozza last night because I won a darts.
Oh, mate.
Well, big up Dozza.
Quality, man. Someone's asked me about the career mode. That's coming over the weekend now. It's such a busy weekend. The FIFA career mode is coming soon. And then Matty Groves actually agreed with you on a point about British Belongo in the captaincy there, Joe.
Thank you very much, mate. And another thing, he's on the last year of his contract. But yeah, he's been given it as a, I know what he's going to say, been given it as a bribe. Exactly what I
said. It as this. He's been given it as a confidence boost.
What he's been given it as a, oh, but we gave you the captaincy. Will you please stay on and sign for us? If he leaves, I couldn't care less, to be honest with you.
Yeah, this one for the past 3 seasons been good in glimpses. Apart from that, he goes, I can fully agree with that. He's been all right in glimpses. Don't get me wrong. I mean, the last time I think about Brits on Belonga sending me into absolute cloud 9 was West Bromwich Albion away when he came off. I think he came off the bench, did he? And he came and scored the winner, made it 3-2. That was the last time Brits on Belonga put a smile on my face, and I think that was a fair long time ago. So I think for the £15 million striker and to be the captain, you have to be inputting somewhere every week.
I don't get any of it, mate. It doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever. He would have been the last people on the whole field.
Yeah,
I'd have given it to, and he's just. I remember people saying Rudy's lazy. Brit, like at least Brit runs for a good half an hour, but then it's like, do you know what? I've tried for half an hour, it didn't work. I'm not going to go anymore.
Well, he says this, Matty. That's an interesting point. Since he got the band, he's been a different player. He has been a different player in the fact that I think he stepped off the gas a little bit.
Who has?
That's what the comments saying. But fair play to him. But you know what I mean?
Different is in he runs a lot more, but we're not. If we wanted a runner, we'd sign Usain Bolt. Do you know what I mean?
More Farah down the right and Usain Bolt down the left.
We want people. We want when you spend 15 million on a striker, you expect them to strike the ball in the net, not run around a bit more.
Yeah.
It's not on. It's not on for me. Up 15 million. Can you imagine we spent that in the Premiership days? Remember when we were all buzzing over Macaroni for 8 million? Afonso Alves, he was some.
Don't mention that name near me, Afonso Alves. I will never ever forgive anybody that brought him in. A record transfer fee that Riverside was packed out to see the arrival of Afonso Alves. Popped up against Man United and scored 2, and got 3 against Man City. And that was it. I remember he scored the odd goal here and there, but no, I remember his miss on a cold night in Aston Villa. The ball fell to him about 3 yards out and he put it wide. And there was no goalkeeper and he put it wide.
I had a conversation. He actually sat with me for 10 minutes before the Spurs game. Remember when we beat Spurs 2-1? Mido scored twice.
Yeah, I do remember that.
Right, and I was there, and he was playing, and I swear to God, right, I spoke to him for about 10 minutes beforehand. And I must have bored him to sleep or something because he got on the pitch and he didn't move. It was like...
Stood still.
He just stood still. It was like the ball was near him and he just... Nah, I can't be asked. No,
yeah, probably. He used to go out in Yam every Saturday night, right, Afonso Alves. To get this story, is what I've heard about Afonso. He used to go out every single Saturday night in Yam without fail. And he used to book the booth for himself. He'd book a booth for himself. The highest, the most expensive booth in this nightclub in Yam, he'd book it. He wouldn't take no entourage, he wouldn't take no pals, just him. He'd turn up, full white suit, every single Saturday, sit in his booth on his own and drink his drinks, and he wouldn't let nobody come in, and he would never leave the booth. And at the end of the night, when the nightclub shuts, he'd get up, walk out, and go home. And that was Alves. But he won't let nobody come in. Nobody can come and speak to him. Leave me alone. I've got my booth on a Saturday, my white suit. I want nobody near me. And that was Alfonso Alves when he came to Middlesbrough.
It's a bit like me and you when we go to the snooker club, mate. We don't mess around, do we?
Let's not talk about that too much. So, Roberts plays best. To be fair, I know. To be fair,
I agree. Matty Groves, you're the man. Do you know what lockdown he dipped since then?
Tavernier.
After lockdown. Can you give me some? I'm not trying to say you're wrong, but tell me what he did.
And also, he's made a good point about the big six as well as going to that. That shocked me. That honestly shocked me when I read it. Gibson agreed to the Big Six project. And I know a lot of Boro fans on Twitter weren't happy with it either. A lot of people said that apparently he lost his head. That, for me, if that came in, that would be ridiculous. If that ever did come in, I know it got obviously chucked out quickly, but if it ever did come in, and I would be fuming because that would just be pathetic. Did you see the Big Six picture? Did you have a little thought on it?
Oh, mate, it's outrageous. I stay away from all that. It's like we all know what the situation is. It's like just stay away.
If that comes in for me, football is slowly ruined. It's slowly getting ruined. If you were Man United and Liverpool to then make decisions about football, and what's the point of having all this FA and everybody else involved in?
Well, yeah, we'll just let the people that have got the richest clubs just decide because
if you're in Europe, then you know what I mean. Like, say if you're in Europe, then you can't compete in the EFL Trophy. So that means that the little teams can't exactly go to big clubs for big days out. And I just find it all a bit stupid.
It's all a farce. Do you know what I mean? It's all The media write anything, don't they? I mean, I'm not even gonna talk about the media. I'll probably get banned off YouTube. But
last few comments. Is this American football?
Probably not.
No, it's not. Josh loves Zach Pomp, same as Joe.
So do I.
A.J.T and Joe can be a scout. I will be an assistant, or I will take over Keith from Sky Sports.
No problem, mate. No problemo at all. You're more
Mucknair, Hall and Housen should be captain, and Dale Fry the future. Dale Fry is an interesting point because Dale Fry, I love that lad, right? Inside a Boro shirt, but I don't know. I don't want to sound harsh. I don't want to sound it wrong. I don't know if he's got a future in Middlesbrough Football Club. Dale Fry.
I don't think he does.
I think he was best when he was alongside Ben Gibson. Saw Ben Gibson, and he's never been the same player since.
I think he's gone next window, next big window, next winter, next summer. Yeah, I think he's gone next window because he. Do you know, like silly things? It's like potential, and funny enough, I don't play games, you know, like, and I was looking at the FIFA things, right? And he scores like 69 or something. Oh, fuck.
Where's Joe gone? It's gone dark screen, people, to try and get Joe back. I'm sure he can hear us, but he must have wiped us off his screen. I have no idea to where he's gone. Not a clue. Joe, you there? I mean, I was talking to him. Okay.
What? Am I back?
Yeah, he's back. Where did you go there?
Wait, my volume's gone. I can't hear you.
No, I can hear you.
Right there.
Are you back?
Can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, yes.
Can't hear anything you're saying. My dog has just smashed mine out my hand.
You could have knocked your speaker.
I can't hear your mic. If you can hear me and see me, I can't hear it. I can't hear you.
Let me see if it's working.
Blame my dog. Sorry, everyone. You could probably hear her barking as well. She just went smash. See you later.
Smash. See you later. Right, let me try and see if I can hear something because.
Right, I'm gonna go on the chat because I can't see what anyone's saying here.
Sure.
Neil Warnock did the same thing. About all right.
Fancy this.
How are we going to do this here?
I have to try and get on my 3G, people. See if I can get some sort of connection. I don't know what's happened. So Joe has basically his mic or his speaker or something has now gone.
If he's talking to me, he's wasting his time because I can't hear him.
It's
I'm
clearly
just going to read the comments and see if anyone's laughing.
if Joe goes back out and then comes back in, that could help.
No one's having a laugh yet. AJ, you're going to need... I don't know how you... Can you restart this or what?
No.
I don't know if you can do that. I don't know if you can save it and then go second part.
There we go. We'll try and get it sorted. There you go. So Matty can hear Joe. Joe just can't hear me. So I have to let him go and come back. I'm sure everyone can hear me fine. Yes. Be a great thing if everyone can hear me. Just comment to let me know. Let me go see. Yes, I can hear you, Joe. There we go. I'm sure I can be heard. Just let me know if you can't hear me. And like I said, we'll try and get Joe back in the stream as soon as. But his dog. Hello, are we back?
We're back, mate. My dog has just lost the smash.
Do you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear me now.
You can hear me now.
Yeah, I can, mate. I can. Apologies.
All right, sweet Matt, you can hear me. So as we were going to sort of wrap up the podcast eventually, but I think our last topic that we want to talk about was obviously, of course, the match tomorrow. And someone just asked me a funny question there. As I said that, someone said, "How do you think Boro will get on Saturday?" Joe's backed the Boro for the first time ever, and if you back your team, you normally lose. I know this. I went to Peterborough away back in the day, and he Boro for 300 quid to let me down. I then went to Bolton. We were 2-0 up with Fassa Carriol scored and Curtis Main. And the last minute, Shea Given conceded a volley. 600 quid went down the drain. So if you back your team, you lose.
I've told you a lie. I have backed Middlesbrough once before, and Marvin M there scored in the 90th minute and won me my coupon.
There you go. Top stream. Thanks very much, Josh. Much appreciated.
Yeah, I'm in no rush, boys. So I've got to be somewhere for 6, so we don't have to rush through. If you've got any more questions, crack on.
Yeah, of course. Drop them in.
Got to crack on. What were we saying anyway? What were we talking?
Yeah, I was going to say that
Dale Fry. We were talking about Dale Fry.
Yeah, Dale Fry.
Yeah, I mean, he's got all the that was the thing. FIFA, right? So he's about a 68 on FIFA, and then apparently you've got this thing potential. He goes up to like 82. I'm thinking, where are they watched? Have they ever watched the Middlesbrough game? Do you know what I mean? I think we're still looking at a guy as fans as he's a young kid, he's a young lad. Let him, he'll come good. He'll come good. How long does he want?
No, it's true. It's true. He's gone again. Okay, I don't know where about he keeps going. He's back again.
Cut out again. Nice one. No idea. No idea. It said you left.
No, I didn't leave. Go on.
Yeah, we're basically waiting on a lad to reach his potential, but we've been waiting for like 6 seasons. Do you get what I mean? And it's like, if anything, he's declining. He's getting worse.
Yeah.
I think he'll be gone, but we do need to make some proper signings of proper centre backs. Yeah. I think that's one thing that Warnock will be very, very annoyed about, that he didn't, to have to play Paddy McNair at centre back. It's not what he wants to do, in my opinion.
No, it's not. And of course, as soon as Grant Hall is back, no doubt Grant Hall will take his place. And then I hope that Paddy McMessi, I hope he doesn't get taken out of the team completely.
No, I can't see that. Where are we going to get assists from?
No, that's what I mean. When we got offered 30 million for Dale Fry, I'd have probably took it.
Probably. I'd have flew from Jersey and drove him there.
For me, I think 13 million quid. We don't have any money at the moment inside the football club. We could have went and got 3 players for that 13 million quid.
Imagine if we didn't sign Brett. Jesus.
Well, I got this comment here saying, did Boro end up getting Balassi? Andrew Mason, me and Joe don't work for Sky Sports, no disrespect to you. But during this podcast, we've not heard anything. Here from the Alex Griffin channel from Hong Kong on tour. So if you're from Hong Kong, fella, thanks very much for watching me and Joe.
Yeah,
Amazing.
thank you, mate.
And Alfie's put any news on Balassi. We don't know any. Like I say, me and Joe.
I want to ask the same question to the fans as I can't believe I just called you fans. Sorry, we don't
No,
have Boro fans. I don't mean fans.
Viewers, just call them Boro viewers.
Well, no Boro fans because we're all fans, right?
Yeah,
and I meant Boro fans. I didn't mean fans of us. Why? What do you expect from Balassi, and why do you want him at the club? You know what are you expecting? And I'm not saying that in a negative way. If you want him, or saying like, why do you want him because he's rubbish or anything like that? Just what do you think he's going to bring to the club, and why is it? You know, the last 2 days, a lot of our fans have been going crazy about Balassi, and I'm just interested to see what your opinions are, and interested to see what you think he brings different to what we already have. And remember, he turned us down.
Yeah.
Point blank, turned Middlesbrough down. And you can't say, well, now it's with a manager that I really like, because I know Neil Warnock. Doesn't matter, mate. You didn't know your man at Villa, but you still went there. You turned Middlesbrough down as a club. Forget managers. You turned Middlesbrough down as a club. And his record on his last 2 loans is absolutely dire. But he could potentially be best player in the league, you know, if he played to his, you know, full potential. I don't think he's near as good as Paddy Roberts, but I'm just interested to see why fans want him, and also what else were you looking for in the window? What else were you hoping to sign? So forget, apart from Balassi, what position were you hoping we signed players in?
There you go. So people are writing back straight in. Someone said, have to think about Balassi's wages. That's Daniel Stevenson.
Yeah, that's what I believe was the reason it didn't happen. He said he wanted to come to Middlesbrough, but apparently wanted, you know, usually the home Premier League club pay the most amount.
Yeah.
We pay the least. Apparently it was the other way around. They wanted us to pay the most.
Yeah.
And them to pay the least, which is outrageous in current climate.
Yeah. Alfie Conlon says, got experience in the Championship.
Experience of not doing very well, I agree.
More creative with him and Roberts in the team.
He's created 3 goals in 2 seasons.
Just so you know, people, Joe is strongly against Balassi wearing a Boro shirt. Don't try and read.
No, I'm taking what they're saying, but I'm just letting them know. You know, like when he's more creative, he's created 3 created 3 goals, and I just want to make this point clear. Middlesbrough means the world to me, and I'll not speak to my whole family if we lose. I'll lock myself away in my room. And when I reply with comments like that, please don't take it negatively.
I know. I'm only minding them up.
I know. I just got to be them. I'm very straight talking, and I think with football you need to be like that. You know, like so many Man United fans at the moment. Just give Maguire time. Give Maguire time. Just accept he's absolute dire. Just accept it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Just when you're bringing up them points, more assists. Possibly, you could be 100% right, because he's under a new manager. He's in a new league. When he was last in the Championship, he didn't do very well. His last 2 seasons, he's made like 3 assists.
Yeah.
I just don't want us to be spending big wages on someone who rejected the club and he's had, I think he's had 3 injuries since Villa.
Yeah.
and then we'd still be paying his wages. Do you know what I mean? It's like
That's true, man.
we really were 3 injuries since the Villa move, and then when you've got somebody now, Bolassi's thing is he's quick and he moves with the ball and he runs at defenders. We've got a little young lad on the left hand side that would do anything to play for Middlesbrough, called Hayden Coulson, who would give his heart and sleeve and won't leave us at the end of the season because of this. Who's now
Yeah.
a lot faster than Balassi and can play left wing. Would anyone be against Hayden Coulson playing in left midfield and Roberts playing right midfield? Because I wouldn't.
Yeah. Interesting. A lot of fans have short memories from Matty Groves. And then he says
Correct,
this to
man.
you. He said that to you. A left back Joe, I would have wanted, but hopefully Boro can. I think Boro might come good. I'll be honest. I think it might come good.
Matty, I'm with you there. I would have liked the left back, but I also believe Bowler will come good. I think he was.
There you go, yeah.
He gets absolutely slated for doing nothing. Like even if he had a good game, they'd say, because he had a decent game on his last game, and then the Gazette were like, yeah, well he was good in defence, but his crosses weren't great. Paddy McNair's the only person that's crossed one good ball since the season started. So why are you blaming Bowler for it?
That's true. I feel sorry for Coulson, but I also feel like, and I'm going to try and justify to why these lads aren't getting the game. Right? I feel
I want to get involved in this, so this is brilliant. This is good.
I feel like there's been a lot of papering over cracks, and not enough people have come out and spoke about it. There's been a lot of papering over cracks. You can't tell me, and this is for Hayden Coulson. There's no disrespect to him in his game. Hayden Coulson, Spence, Tavernier, right? 3 players there who are all young lads. We're trying to blame them, blame this, and blame that, and then players for obviously not doing their job. They've only played a year, Coulson and Spence, inside our first team underneath Woodgate. Woodgate didn't have no, Woodgate didn't have no money. Correct. Yeah, he had loan signings. You can't then tell me that when you brought in Spence and you brought in Coulson, that them two had any fault last season for anything, when them two were regular under 23 players. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, but there's been a lot of papering over cracks. You want them players that actually want to do them positions, and that can't, because for me, you can't bring scapegoats out and start blaming them players for them faults. A lot of people went at Hayden Coulson last season. That lad's hardly played inside the full-on professional game. He's not even a justified championship left back. He's just covering a role.
Of course he is. I mean, and I'm going to move on to the other side. Jed Spence, right, is one of the worst defenders I've ever seen in my life.
Swear.
He can't defend to save his career, honestly.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
He can't.
He's not been rushed in.
Yeah, of course he is. He can't. And I love Jed Spence. I think he's buzzing, right? But the thing is like you say, and you hit the nail on the head. I couldn't have said it better myself. He's been brought in as a young kid playing in the 23s, can't defend for toffee, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then he's going forward because for me, I think he's a future winger. I think he's a winger, personally.
I think both of them. I think Coulson and Spence are.
Yeah, but then the thing with Coulson is Cole doesn't give up. Spence spits the dummy big time. Absolutely spits it. When he loses the ball or something goes wrong, he spits it big time. I agree, you've got to give him a chance, but we're not in the position to
we can't give him a chance.
But we can't give. I agree, you have to give them a chance, but you can't give them a chance for a full season, because them chances, them mistakes cost us games.
We can't be hiding these players out there to dry when it's not technically their fault. They've barely played in the championship. The championship's already been called one of the hardest leagues in the world. So when you get an under 23 kid who has come in for his first game, people go, he's rubbish. He hasn't played this level before.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I don't think either of them are rubbish. I think they both have defensive frailties.
Both got massive bags of potential in them. Both of them.
Exactly. And I think the future at left back and right back is brilliant. But then I say that it's probably not, because they are probably going to be left and right wingers.
Yeah.
I think Jed's got a worse attitude than Coulson for certain. You can see that when he loses. But again, they've just been essentially thrown on the bus, like we said with Woodgate and the assistant manager thing. Kind of, they're the easy scapegoat. Just
Yeah.
like again, I keep going back to it, but it's like Lindelof and Bailey. Lindelof and Bailey cost what 40 and 45 million.
Yeah.
And, so it's easy. They're the scapegoats for Maguire's mistakes because they cost half the money. You know what I mean? It's easy to be done.
Interesting comment from Matty now. Before he was loaned out last season, I felt bad for Boro. He got doubled up on every game because Fletch, who was on the wing at the time, and 4-3-3 didn't track back and put Ball under so much pressure. Boro, I felt sorry for the fact that we didn't even see him last season.
You know,
he came in.
Matty, I think I've spoken to you. I don't know if I've got you on any social media, but you've always got brilliant comments, mate, and that's 100% right.
Yeah.
Bowler he's good attacking, and I know it's the whole year, but you've watched him on YouTube. He's a good attacking left back, but he can defend. We don't have a defensive left back. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, Van Dijk's deal was just come out of nowhere. I mean, God bless him. God bless his back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's an absolute superstar. I mean, I think we'd be in trouble. We'd struggle without him, you know. If he got injured, we'd be in trouble. But going forward, him and Roberts down the right could be interesting. That's a fact.
100%. And like I say, you know, we have to preview this game at some point. I know
let's get it done.
I know we spoke like an hour, but listen, it's been a good conversation for an hour. Just to finish up quickly.
Let's get it done, mate.
Reading at home tomorrow. Reading have took me by surprise this season, and the Sunday coming to a bunch of form that I never expected to see. Be a hard game tomorrow, no doubt.
Correct. Without probably one of the hardest games of the season.
And I fear for us at home because at home, for some bizarre reason, we seem to hate to play at home but love to play away, regardless of whether or not there's fans inside the stadium or not. Tomorrow, for some, and this is me, and this isn't me trying to talk bad on, on them, but
I know that.
I genuinely have fear of us playing at the Riverside Stadium. I really have fear of it because I think we haven't seen many positive results in the last year at the Riverside.
Hurts you as well, because it used to be such a fortress. Do you remember?
Yeah, no, it did.
Yeah, it did. It really.
And it's only the other night, to be fair, I was talking to Boro's Ending about the European nights. Believe it or not, I was actually talking to Boro's Ending on Instagram. And we were talking about his goal against Lazio inside the UEFA Cup, when it bounced back to me near the south stand, and he volleyed it in the bottom corner. And he liked my comment, and me and him were talking about it. And I look at it now and I think we're obviously light years away from that team, of course, but at the same time, I just think us playing at home at the minute, we don't have that same sort of fortress atmosphere, you know.
Don't come there and believe.
What do you reckon tomorrow? What what are your sort of main threats from Reading side, do you think?
I just think the whole team is. I just think whatever the manager's done has been absolutely perfect. It's just been. I don't know what they've done. They haven't really made many changes. It's just like a big. Yeah. I don't know. It's like, where do you consider their threats? Because they're good all over the place. They haven't really done anything wrong. So it's like, but what goes up must come down, and a run has to end somewhere. And it's usually a club that you don't expect to win.
Yeah.
And we haven't been bad one game this season, in my opinion. I don't think we've been.
No, I mean, look at our fixtures now. Keep going. Yeah, look at the fixtures a bit.
Watford should have got a result.
It should have beat Watford. Should be Bournemouth.
Yeah, you know what I mean. We haven't been bad. No. I think we've had a bit more time training together. Warnock's back. Are we going to go with our teams and then our predictions?
Well, I was just going to mention a bit on our fixtures. In October.
I've seen them.
I don't figure much is inside this month.
No, and it's my birthday month as well, so I'm happy with that.
When's your birthday?
25th. So day after the Cardiff game.
They have to. For me personally, I look at the likes of
Gaethje on the night. So we got Middlesbrough, Cardiff, then Khabib and Gaethje. What a night!
I mean, what a night! It's going to be an unbelievable fight. But I look at Reading tomorrow. We could get 3 points. Bristol City away might be a bit more tricky. Cardiff, we can definitely get something at Cardiff. We can definitely get something against Coventry. And Forest are on a horrible run at the moment, not on Forest. For me personally,
who's their new manager? Who have they just brought in?
They just brought in. Is it Chris Ewan?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
so I think in also people, let's not forget it. Next Tuesday night, me and Joe are going to be like this, watching the game, commentating the match.
You've seen AJ do it now. Wait till you watch me.
If we score, I think we'll end up breaking the internet. But
my next door neighbour's getting kicked in and everything.
There you go. I think tomorrow, if I'm going to go with a scoreline, they pose big threats going forward. I can't think of the striker's name. Is it Puskas? Is that his name?
Yeah.
He's a decent striker. Also, John Swift. He's been there for ages, but he's also a brilliant player. You got a birthday shout out from Matty Groves there, Joe.
Matty Groves. Add me on the old social media, Matty Groves. I'd love to have a chat with you outside of here, mate. Thank you very much.
He's on Instagram, Matty. Matty, follow Joe Stewart. And he's holding an apple juice with a straw in on his profile picture.
Yep.
But listen,
it's actually lime and soda water, so I look like I'm drinking vodka. So the girls think I'm rock hard.
There you go. So my prediction for tomorrow, I am going to go with, it's going to be a tough game. I'm going to go for, I think, a 1-1.
I'm going to go 2-0.
2-0. And who'd the score for the Boro then, Joe?
I'm going to go Akpom and Brown when he comes on.
Different. Just to finish up then, what's your team tomorrow? What team was your rock?
Right, so we got the only goalkeeper we've got in goal.
Pettinelli.
Right, Dyke Steele. I think we'll play the same team.
What formation are we going for then?
We'll play the exact same team as we did. So what was it? Tavernier, Bowler, Dyke Steele, McNair, Fry, Howson, Morsey, Sam, Akpom, Britt, and then he'll bring on Roberts. If not, he'll swap Tavernier with Roberts.
I would swap that.
I would, but I wouldn't be shocked if he didn't. But I think he will. And then when we're playing, it's hard to say in this league, a lesser team.
Yeah.
But it depends how well he's drilled a formation. You know, he could have drilled a formation now that brings Roberts up higher. But I would like to see the same formation with Roberts in and super sub Tav being able to come on and do his thing. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There you go, Matty. Good lad.
Yeah, I agree with that though. Keep things the same unless it isn't broken. But I would like to see Roberts play tomorrow. I'll be honest. Yeah. He's our creative spark. I can see exactly why he's come back. Need him in that starting 11 tomorrow. But I'll go 1-1. You go 2-1 or 2-0.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Reddit won't even get a goal tomorrow for Joe.
When it gets a $5 via PayPal, yeah.
Yeah. Right. Well, no, because I know for a fact that you're not going to go for a draw, so I might not win nothing.
No, it's got to be bang on the score, otherwise it's void bet.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, okay, 1-1. You go 2-0. Fair enough.
Yeah, it's bang on the score or no.
And bet. I think on the next podcast as well, we might start doing our championship prediction for the weekend. We'll try and get it. And whoever wins on all the predictions, whoever gets the right team, wins a $5. But there we go. So tomorrow it's on. 1-1.
I apologise for the delays and stuff. I've had a rough week. I've had loads on.
Nah, don't worry about it.
But as of next week, we'll be on here more often, getting everything done as we do.
Yes.
No.
Hopefully 2 next week. We've got a guest lined up. Well, actually, he hasn't gone back to me. I'm actually waiting for him to get back to me for next week. Later on in the week, on Tuesday night, we'll come on air at about 7:15. I think it's 7:45 kickoff, and we'll be on air until the match finishes, commentating the Boro versus Bristol City game live. This time, I'm actually joined with a guest with Joe, doing the football streams with me. So
I was just gonna say, do you know what? I'm gonna be like Ali Brownlee, but I'm not gonna disrespect the man because there's only one Ali Brownlee.
Yes.
I'm not gonna pretend I'm gonna be like him because that cannot be replicated. I'm gonna be like Martin Tyler.
There you go.
There you
There
go.
you go.
But
So
I'm
let's say, people, come back to us on Tuesday, 7:15, main show.
And I hope I remember what I was just about to say. Jesus, what was I just about to say? It's probably a lie.
No,
Big
but
up
let's
John
say,
on says it as it is. Matty, that's the thing. I think that's why me and AJ work. A.J.T's nice and he's a very polite, mellow
yeah,
guy. I just break the barriers and
I
say
have the polite side to myself. Well,
he's. Do you know what I mean? And I've got no filter. That's probably why I've only got about 3 friends. You can be my 4th if you want, Matty. But
there you go.
At least to tell the truth. But it's been a pleasure. Oh, that's what I was going to say. I hope
Go on.
everyone's excited for this potential guest because when you find out,
Oh, yeah.
you're gonna absolutely freak.
Yeah.
Because I even freaked myself. We hate Boro. Why are you worrying about Boro? Ask him why he's worried about Boro.
Listen, right. Let them get on with it. You know. Listen, right. Borough fans live in their heads rent free. Tuesday night.
Thanks for the view anyway, Leeds fan. All the best.
Cheers. Right. Tuesday night, 7:15. Me and Joe back. Borough versus Bristol. People, cheers for tuning in. Joe, thanks very much for coming on again.
You're welcome, brother. I'll give you a call later.
Yeah, man. All right. I'll see you later on, people.
Good luck at my darts tournament because I'm going to do a dozen tonight.
There you go. Do a dozen, mate. Go and smash it.
Right. All the best, mate. Lots
of love. People, cheers for watching.
Up the Borough.
Up the Borough. See you later, man.
Bye, mate. Bye.
Bye.